And we're
Woo.
live. Hello.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Roleplay, the D&D show where I force my players just to roll with it. I'm DM Dan. Hi. Hello again. Welcome to another episode. Big shout out to everyone who's been watching the show still, or if you're new, welcome. We love having you here. We got new followers and new views, and we're growing, so that's really good to hear. So I love you guys. Before we get into today's episode, just want to do our usual intro and just kind of say hi to everyone. So we'll just go down the line with Cal. Hey, Cal. How you doing?
Hello.
How are things?
Things are good. Things are exciting. I just
Yeah.
had an interview for a job today, and
Hey.
we have a 6-week-old baby in our house. But
So not
great.
busy at all.
No, not busy at all. Yeah, I'm excited. Oz looks like a humanoid sturge.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what to do with that, but we're gonna find out today.
Possibly, yeah. Sorry, I'm making sure my mic was not muted. All right. And there was a lot happening last episode for you, so yeah, feel free to tune in and see. All right, Craig, Dennis, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Maybe we missed you. Yeah, glad you're back.
Sorry about last week.
No, it's okay. No worries. But you did watch the last episode, so you're all up to date. You learned about your really cool kitchen utensils / weapons.
Yep.
So anything else you wanted to share? Anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Cool. All right.
No, it's go.
I love it. All right. Hi, Kimarie. How are you?
Hi. I'm off center, but that's okay. I'm like trying to figure it out.
You could move your camera.
I tried.
Well, we can still see you at the moment. No worries.
I don't know how to do it. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna leave it alone, but that's okay. You just get a side view. I play Miki. I'm the bartender at the Yawning Portal. This last episode, I was able to tame five rats. Excuse me, 5 rats. Marcus, Bruno, Winky, who has one eye. Bruno's really buff. Does Marcus have his feature? I forgot.
Marcus, I think it's his. I'm trying to remember. It's his left ear or right ear. It's.
Oh
chipped.
yeah, it has a chip. That's right.
You get like a little bite taken out of it. Mhm.
Yep. And Stella, I don't. Was there
Female
something?
rat.
It was just female. She was just my
Blood on
only
her
female.
mouth.
Oh, the blood on her whiskers. And then
Yeah.
Slurpee, and he has a chopped tail. He still has a tail, but
Sliced
it's
And
sliced.
And he's like multiple colors, Brindle. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Brindle. Okay.
We're going to get really acquainted with all of your rats this campaign. This is only episode 3 we're on, so I'm getting prepared.
So I also have Stella and Bruno on my shoulders because I rolled nat 20s and I was able to tape them really well. So
They love you.
And I was able to use them as a distraction in combat, so I'm excited to see how else I can use them. Hopefully gonna try to talk to them sometime. So we'll see what happens this episode. But thanks everybody for watching. I'm very excited that we're continuing.
Love it. Thank you, Kimarie. Justin, Ximina, how are you? Love the shirt. Love the hat. Everything.
Very, very sporty. Even though this isn't a sport.
It could be.
No.
It just hasn't happened yet.
It definitely is.
No.
So tell us about yourself, yeah.
Yeah, no, I play Ximina, and last session I tried to do a lot of cool things and ended up almost dying for it, so gonna be a lover, not a fighter. Maybe.
But you're not dead, which is good.
Just inside.
Yeah, aren't we all? Anyways, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I apologize, I'm still recovering from a cough, so you'll hear me muting my mic a little bit too. So, all right, yeah, that's pretty much it on our end, I think. So why don't we just roll into today's episode of Roll or Roleplay?
Roleplay!
There you go. We got it. All right. So in our last episode, our players made their way to the Skewered Dragon, a rundown bar in the dock ward, hoping to find more information on a missing individual by the name of Fluid Blagmar. Floon has gone missing for a couple of days, and his friend, Volo Thamgedarm, otherwise known as Volo for short, approached our players and promised them rewards if they could find him. Our players were very successful in persuading the bartender and patrons to reveal more information. They learned that Volo and Floon were at the tavern a couple nights ago, but as Volo left, Floon was later accompanied by another gentleman named Renaer Neverember. Renaer is the son of former Open Lord of Waterdeep, Gult Neverember, which is kind of like the mayor or like the king of the city. Our players found out that Floon and Renaer were enjoying drinks and then left the bar together, only to be accompanied by 5 Zhentarim thugs shortly behind. One of the patrons encouraged our players to check out Marinath's Storage, an old abandoned warehouse located on Candle Lane that was taken over by the Zhentarim as some sort of hideout. Excuse me. Our players then hitched a Woober, Waterdeep Uber, that became a thing this campaign, picked up travel time and had a very uncomfortable and cryptic conversation with a half-orc and his crazy imp friend. After they were dropped off, they were making their way towards the warehouse, only to have Oz have a huge character development moment. It was discovered that originally Oz had an appearance of an old human woman with gray hair wrapped into a bun. Now they've taken on the appearance of the Sturge that they had killed earlier in the day at the Yawning Portal. As mentioned before, a lot happened that episode, so feel free to tune in for that. But with Oz's new Sturge-like form and the rest of the party in shock, they made their way to Marinath's Storage. They wanted to take a less direct approach and break through the windows on the upper levels instead of taking the massive front door. After entering the upper floor, it was discovered that a bunch of Zhentarim thugs were killed. And also there were more rats for Miki to play with. After a 100% successful animal handling check, 100% raid, Miki managed to tame 5 more rats. Okay, 5 rats named Marcus, Bruno, Winky, Stella, and Slurpee. After more exploration, it was found that 4 Kenku, these bird-like creatures, were guarding the front door. Combat happened, and after a close call for Ximina, the team was successful in intimidating one of the Kenku into submission. Miki then heard and saw a red-haired gentleman pop out from underneath the stairs. And that is where we left off. Now, I'm going to take the map to where you guys are right now at the hideout. Here we go. And what you see here, Miki, this gentleman came out. Let me see if I can get his picture up for you. He's here somewhere. All right. All right. Well, I'll just zoom in here. There you go. Okay, see that? Cool. All right.
Nice flavor
So-
saver.
Yeah. So he peeks out and he looks at you, Mickey, and says, "Is the coast clear?"
Almost. I think we've gotten this taken care of. So, hi, you must be Floon.
Oh, not quite. I'm Renaer Neverember.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. Like,
No, it's quite all right.
he'll do like a little bow because he
Oh,
understands.
please,
that
no,
he's-
it's quite all right. Thank you so much.
So sorry.
Um,
My apologies.
No, no worries. Where's the last one? Are we still waiting on that one to eat dirt, or what's happening?
I assume my friends here were gonna take care of this last Kenku, so hopefully this all should be over pretty soon. Just want to hang
Okay.
tight for a second.
Sure. All right. And you see Renaer look, and he's very dashing, by the way. Great shape, handsome face, a little bit of red stubble, long red hair. He holds himself. He's very articulate when he speaks. He comes across as friendly, just very articulate and very well spoken. The Kenku, you see like Oz, Craig, Ximina, the Kenku dropped his short sword and his bow and his wings in the air, just like mouth open, like no words are coming out. He's just like signaling that he is not going to be a threat right now.
Oh, okay, looks like we're not gonna have to kill him, so nice.
Oh. Alright.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to find the weapon now. So you see Renair actually go to the back here, and there's a crate full of a couple like daggers or rapiers or mishapped weapons, and he takes one of each. Hello, the rest of you. And he like just walks up. Renair, never remember, pleasure. What are we going to do with our friend here? You're not a talkative bunch, are you?
No, no, we're not.
Amina's too busy like recovering from bleeding out.
Yeah, of
But
course.
she's not really gonna pay attention to him, and instead like keep her eyes on the Kenku, but look at the
Sure.
other Kenkus to see if there's any tattoos on like underneath their feathers.
Sure.
Maybe trying to figure out what like gang they're part of, unless they're like no discernible marks.
Sure. Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Does Kenku understand us?
It's kind of hard to tell right now. You just know that it's just dropping weapons and moving. You guys haven't said anything to the Kenku, so you don't really know yet.
That one.
Oh.
No.
Get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way.
You swear it's like, are they even Kenku? Like,
I just
I don't know what these things are, but it's like it's not worth my time. I did a lot of investigating around in office. I don't need this. I almost died. Not
So
worth my
then-
time.
Ximina just immediately goes, "Oh hi, Rainier."
Oh, hello there. Have we met before?
No, probably in your dreams though. But
Oh.
what is going on here? Can you tell us what happened? I mean, I don't even know what these creatures are, and clearly, I can't tell who they belong to.
Oh, I'm sure we can help with that. He moves a little bit forward and looks at you, Craig. Sir, if you don't mind, I hate to pass judgment, but you seem to be the type that is very strong and can easily throw Kenkus across the room if need be. So I am wondering if you want to have them spill the beans. Otherwise, I do have a little bit of intel, but it's entirely up to you of how you want to approach the situation.
I could definitely do that.
Okay. So how do you do that? What are you doing? The Kenku is just like, I can't do it right now. But it's like, ah! And it's actually kind of mimicking like some humanoid screams. Like it just doesn't sound like it comes from her, but it's just like ah, 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 and just like shaking their head vigorously.
I walk over to the Kenku and tell him to be quiet, and then
Mhm.
tell us what he knows, what they know.
The Kenku is
I think I missed something.
the Kenku is a little confused because he shuts his mouth and then he doesn't know to answer your questions or not. He's getting a little conflicted. He opens his mouth in a very panicked way,
I
and
wanted you to be quiet from the shrieking. Now you can talk and tell us what you know.
are you doing this in an intimidating way or a calm way?
Calm and reassuring.
Okay, like good cop. All right. So at this point, the Kenku is pretty much defeated. He opens up his mouth, and then in a very deep voice, which kind of sounds like an orc accent, he says, "Xanathar sends its regards." Still looks panicked, by the way.
We kind of knew that, right? About that this was Xanathar. Wait, aren't the people that are dead Xanathar? Are they? I'm so confused.
That's okay.
Zentarum and Xanathar. Oh my gosh.
So the Zentarum, I know this is hard because of the differing factions. So the Zentarum, their logo is the wing snake. This is presumptually their hideout. When Floon and Renair were in the tavern, the barkeep and the patron said that 5 Zentarum thugs went behind them. When you guys went to Zolblob's shop, Zolblob saw 2 red-haired individuals get jumped by what seems to be like 5 men. And then you see Zentarum destroyed here. Killed. And then there's Kenku here. The Kenku is kind of like backing up a little bit, as if they did a good thing and now you're allowing them to leave.
Is there a rope anywhere? Craig, you should maybe tie him up.
I grab him by the neck.
Oh, that works.
Not hard, just to corral them back to hold them in place. Make sure they don't run.
When you get are you getting the rope? You have a rope, Craig, right? Or like you're looking for a rope? You have a rope on you in your pack. I will say that.
Yeah.
When you like tie him up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bind his hands for right now.
When you tie him up,
His wings.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's easy to do. The Kenku is just pretty much submissive at this point. When you start doing that, the Kenku opens its mouth again, and then in a thin nasally voice says, "Tie up the pretty boy in the back room, and follow the yellow signs in the sewers."
Oh, I am not going in any sewers tonight. Ximina looks at the Kenku and looks at the rest of the group and just goes, "You know, I think it's been quite a long night considering things we've, encountered." And she kind of like looks at Az, just briefly. Maybe we should take a break, or get back to the tavern and kind of figure out what's going on here, because we have a whole rival gang situation going on, and Floon and Rainier are caught up in the middle of it, and I think we should just take him with us, and maybe Dernan can help us get some information out of him.
You know Dernan?
Or her.
You know Dernan?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with him, too?
Oh, yes. No, he's very popular in Waterdeep. He's the sole proprietor of the Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't occupy that space quite frequently because of the traffic in there, but no, I'm familiar with him.
So you won't go there, but you'll go to little rundown taverns with toothless people?
I have my reasons. Just as unsure as you have yours.
Sure, but considering what situation you're in, I think you could probably tell us a little bit more about that, because our lives are kind of in the middle of it too.
No, I understand. I'm just playing coy with you. No worries. So, so basically, I was at the Skewer Dragon a couple nights ago. I was with Floon. Very, very, very nice gentleman. He had a little too much to drink. He's a friend of mine. So, I was looking to escort him, probably get into like a Uber or something, to go back to his place of residence so that he can get in a good night's rest.
Baby, come back.
You can blame it all on me.
Let's see. Oh, we all had a different. We had a different line.
We did.
That was great. Oh man.
Okay, folks, we can't blame Dan. We just blame California.
We just blame California.
It is the internet out
This
there
time,
like that.
California is not a nickname for me.
That is true. It is not.
It's true.
Full name is Californication.
While we're waiting, then, are we agreed that we want to go and do like a long rest at the portal, or our investigation.
Yeah, I would like to know. I would like to know the story and like no, because we didn't come for him. We came for Floon.
Right. Right.
So we got to figure out what happened to Floon first.
Are we good?
Hey,
We're not
Welcome
discussing
back.
we're
things.
strategizing while we had time.
No, it's fine because like my internet says it's at full bars, which is weird. And then I can still see you guys, and like I thought you guys were just singing as part of role playing, which was hilarious. And I'm like, oh, so I was
Spectrum out there.
yeah. Well, we're not sponsored by them, so nah. So anyways, Floon, right? Floon continues. So she said, I don't know how far like until I got disconnected, but he was with Rainier was with Floon 2 nights ago, and then Floon was getting a little too drunk. I wanted to escort Floon through Uber to go home so he can be safe. Then that's when the Zentarum jumped him right in front of Zoblob shop. And then Rainier goes on and says, well, the Zentarum thinks that my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was open lord, and that he hid the dragon somewhere in the city. They think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Golorr, Gollorr, which was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently, someone stole it. The Zents thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years. And he looks right at the Kenku and points the rapier and says, and the Xanathar Guild are not the smartest guild out there. So, they've captured Floon, in which I think they think it's me. Because we look similar. So Xanathar is trying to get information about that artifact. Well, in fact, trying to torture or kidnap Floon, which he knows no information about that. So, I was tied up, then the scuffle happened, and I hid here. So, and I couldn't get any weapons because the Kenku were watching the front, and I did not want to die.
So the Xanathar took Floon away from here? Like, you don't know where they went?
Not to my understanding, but with the Kenku, when he opened up his trap, he said something about sewers, or the arrows. So that could be it, but I'm not entirely sure, really. I just know that he's not here. But that would be my educated guess.
Great.
And standing next to Renair, smells like pickled herring. Not very clean smelling, especially for him. You can tell he just does not like it. He seems like a bit of a tough person, despite his like vocal, his like accent and how he presents himself. But you can tell he's like standing his ground a little bit. And when he got the rapier and the dagger, he was like giving it like a swish with grace and elegance. Like it's just something he's used to.
Well, I guess we can try and get more information out of the Kenku and see if they're telling the truth about these sewers, because I don't really want to go down to any sewers, but what if the red or the yellow arrows are a trap of some sort? We should probably get more information out of them.
Craig.
She, like, looks directly
Craig.
at the Kenku.
Craig, ask about the sewers and the yellow arrows. Intimidate.
What
Do
in
your
particular
thing.
do you want to know about them?
Well, just like where they are, maybe would be a good start.
I asked the Kenku where these yellow arrows are in the sewers. We lost Dan again.
Baby, come back.
Sorry, everyone. Dan keeps hurting all of your feelings.
So the Kenku said, tie up the pretty boy in the back room. Follow the yellow signs.
Why is he asking us to tie up Rainier? Unless he meant Loon.
I think he was impersonating one of the
Right, because Kenku repeats stuff?
Yes, they mimic. and it was a different voice than he used when he said Xanathar sent his regards. You know?
True, and he did kind of mimic Krieg's voice a little bit, so maybe, I don't know, I guess we'd have to find the entrance to the sewers.
Okay.
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
It's a whole nother Wi-Fi again. I apologize, guys. It was not like this all day. So we're gonna get through this. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so you start to ask the Kenku about the sewers, right? About the arrows, Craig?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So the Kenku looks at you and opens his mouth and has more of a scratchy voice this time, another voice, and says, "No time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss." Doesn't mention anything about arrows, about anything. He actually just repeats about the tie up the pretty boy in the back room and follow the yellow signs in the sewers.
Like to look over the Kenku's body language, because the voice I feel like isn't going to be very helpful in this regard, to see if they're being deceiving in any way.
Make an insight check.
Hey, it's a double nat one, 11.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
That got me.
Justin!
So, you can tell the Kenku's been pretty cooperative. Like, it looks defeated, it's slumped over. It's not as anxious anymore because Craig has been more forthright and been more cooperative doing that approach. Just looks defeated. You wonder if it's more of a language barrier than anything.
Okay.
Miki, are you down with the group too?
Oh, yes, I would have come down and, been with the group,
Okay.
for sure.
Miki, you look into the Kenku's eyes.
Oh, boy.
It turns almost like a fight, like a green color. Only you see this.
Okay.
It opens its mouth. It's if time has stopped. And looks at you. And says, "Why? How could you do this to us? Why? Why?" And then you just kind of blink your eyes, and then it just looks like everything's back to normal.
What the hell was that?
In the meantime, you see, kind of walking in through the front door, what seems to be someone from the guard, the city watch. Seems like he's very tall, a lot of armor. Shows himself right here, and he goes, "Okay, so what happened here?" And then you also see behind you 10 City Watch officials showing up right here. So he walks in. Here, there you go. And is kind of standing next to you, Oz. So what's happening here, everyone? It's late at night.
Does he
Oh, look at all the dead people too.
bat an eye at Oz's parents?
He looks at you kind of like an inquisitive look, but then you just get the impression he's seen a lot of weird shit.
Sure. Okay.
So he's just like, "Hello, I don't think I've seen you before. So what's going on? Hey." And then you see after he sees Renair, he stands up a little bit. Renair? Yes, hello, Eustace. Good to see you again. Hello. Everyone, this is Eustace Staggett. He is one of the important watch forces of the City Watch here. He is in control of the Dock Ward.
Of course, very important. Hello. We were, Rainier was
Renair,
kidnapped.
yes.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. It's quite
Um,
alright. Don't worry.
He was kidnapped, and we rescued him.
And then Renair goes, yes, that is quite true. It was quite a scuffle. Thinking it was the Xanathar trying to have at war with the Zentarum. You know how that is. Eustace goes, yeah, there was a scuffle. A couple roads down, too. And like tries, the guy looks at the group, trying to like still kind of like you guys, trying not to divulge too much information. But Renair is there, so he's a little bit more welcoming. And you can tell he's just pretty much down to earth. He is a captain, by the way. You see like a ranking in his badge.
Yeah, at the mention of the scuffle, Ximina just kind of like points like towards like the ground, just like quietly to herself, but just goes, "I knew it."
Yes. Yeah, they've been and like it's Renair talking. It's like, yeah, they've been fighting each other for, geez, it's been years now. And looks back at Eustace. No, these four lovely individuals were helping me. It's the Kenku right here that I'm sure you know, part of the Xanathar gang, ruffians. They were the ones that killed the Zentarum and then took it over to prevent unwanted visitors from happening. But luckily, by the way, and like when I was looking at the four of you, do you guys have some sort of group name or like organization? What are you?
We're not really associated with anybody. We're just four friends and coworkers that are just trying to help out other friends. You know, just trying to be nice people. We're not associated with any guilds or anything like that, or gangs. You know, nothing. All good happening here.
Well, we do share a room, so I guess we could be called the Backroom Buddies. And
No,
well,
no,
and she
that
hears it,
is
she goes,
not happening.
maybe not,
No.
but
The BBs?
the BVs.
Someone
Backroom buddies.
hired us to try to find Floon, and that is why we're here.
Oh, well, all right. Are any of you injured at all? Oh, you look pretty rough. And looks at you, Ximina.
Oh, it's nothing that a little rest can't take care of. No, just kidding. She coughs up blood.
Winky coughs with you. Like,
Oh no,
No.
Winky! No, Winky!
Not Winky.
it's almost like
Look at her.
it's like programmed in that, right? It's very weird. You don't know if it's for attention or anything.
Probably. But then
yeah.
she kind of like does like a slow like wipe of the blood off of her mouth and just kind of
Mhm.
says, "We were just looking to leave and escort Rainier back to wherever he might need to go, but we were just trying to find out where Floon might have been kept, and so far all we know is the sewers, which I'm sure are just wonderful to visit."
Oh, well, okay. I mean, I don't like sewers either, but I mean, no worries. I mean, I guess what we could do, since you guys probably need a rest, we can kind of have guard, keep watch. We're going to be doing that anyways. We're going to be setting a perimeter, make sure nothing else happens if you guys want to rest here. Renair, I trust that you will be with them. And Renair nods confidently, as if he trusts all of you. All right. Well, let's get this one back to. Let's put him in a cell. We got more talking we need to do. And then grabs the Kenku, and the Kenku's like Xanathar, Xanathar, and just like spitting back and forth, very angrily now, and drags the Kenku off.
Keep that same energy in jail, boo boo.
Yeah. Along with 4 watch, and then there's gonna be 6 kind of keeping watch over the night. Miki, Ritnair, actually he kind of like whispers to the 3 of you, because he's like in vicinity. He goes, "Quick, come here. I have to show you something." He shows you like there's underneath the like platform here. You see what appears to be like a really badly laid like painted on door that's like cracked on its hinges. Like it's trying to be secretive, but it's really not doing anything. He goes, like kind of loosely found it, and before the guard come here and confiscate anything, as a thank you, maybe you can take whatever's in there, if you have the capacity to take it. I don't know. As just as a thank you, because I have nothing of value on me right now.
Don't worry about it. We have a hope.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's a black
Oh,
hole, basically.
that's-
You can stuff a whole lot of stuff in there. It's so petite. And Ximina like immediately like opens to look to see what kind of treasure awaits them.
You open your hole.
Yeah. I bear it further.
You're getting it ready. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
okay.
gonna suck all the goodies into my hole.
So as you open up your hole.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So you go to the room. You see 2 wooden crates in there. Rainier is actually kind of like just standing there, leaning against the wall, just keeping watch on the other guards so that they don't come towards you guys. They're all just kind of like doing their perimeter right now and their check on that side. So you see 2 wooden crates. Do you open them?
Do I have any reason to be suspicious of like the crates or like if this isn't like a thieves hideout or a gang's hideout basically, would I expect them to be trapped? Or based on like what I might know as a character, would I be wary of such
I
things?
think naturally, as a character, you're pretty skeptical and you're pretty smart and cautious about things that you really don't know.
Okay. So I would say Ximina would approach the crates carefully and want to investigate before immediately opening them up.
Sure.
Miki would just go open one, by the way.
Okay. Go
It's
Miki.
already
No,
behind a
just
door
one.
that's supposed to be hidden, so
Yeah.
Just one box. You can investigate the other one.
That's okay.
All right. So if you want to investigate this other one, Ximina, or you just want to open it?
We'll investigate it.
Okay. Roll investigation for me, and then I'll tell you what you found, Miki.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
Okay. You don't think it's trapped at all. It's pretty basic. Crates. It looks kind of just haphazard. Just something to store stuff in.
Perfect.
Yep.
Pop the sucker off and look inside.
All right. So Miki, you found 4 wood-framed paintings wrapped in leather. The paintings depict the following cities: Luskin, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate. Retail value are 75 dragon each.
Retail value? Okay, price is right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do.
Not
Alright.
gonna-
Is that in California tax prices or is it more like 500?
Yeah. Oh, it's after everything.
Okay.
Where's my
Yeah.
inventory page? Sorry.
No worries. And Ximina, what you found 15 10-pound silver trade bars, all black from corrosion, but they're still worth 50 gold, 50 dragon each. So you found 10 of them. Oh no, sorry, 50. You found 15 of them.
And they're 10 pounds each, so that's a lot.
But you can put them in the hole and you're fine.
Yep, I was thinking about that. I think who held onto the hole? Miki?
I think Mickey. Well, you laid it out, yeah, but
Yeah,
mean,
well,
I'm keeping inventory, so I just assume I have everything.
right, which is
so-
okay. But if you do have the hole, like Ximina will just be like,
Shove it in Miki's hole.
yeah, oh Miki, we're gonna need to open your hole wide and put all these in there.
So happy
Oh,
to
Yeah,
put this in
boy.
I
there.
couldn't possibly lift all of these.
Oh
I can't
boy.
put the Kenku in the hole because he'll suffocate.
also
Thank you
We're
for
not
taking
putting
to
the Kenku
jail.
in the hole.
Oh, never mind.
Rainier is whispering that they're starting to come. You better hurry up.
while they're
Hey, help me
doing
put
this,
these in the black hole.
Oz is like standing like further out like this, just like
Okay.
because he's got like these weird wing things, now,
Mhm.
right? So are they?
Yeah, it's pretty grody.
So Oz is just like looking and trying to just take in their new body. I guess.
Yeah, you get it. It's weird because you have like more senses like underneath, like the flap. So like when like even if there's a breeze, like you feel like a weird sensation just like just going through it. Yes, Miki. Yeah.
How much were the paintings again?
75 each, and then there were 4 of them. And then you
75
found
dragon
75 dragon each.
each.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
Which
you.
And
dragon?
then,
Yeah.
yep. Yep. And then you found 15 10-pound silver trade bars, each 50 dragon.
Let me just pull up my trusty calculator because I didn't go to school for
Alright.
math.
Is it 750? I think maybe. Maybe.
Sounds right.
Sounds right.
Okay. Well, feel free to double check. So, after you guys put all that treasure into your hole, you close it up. You rejoin Renair, and the Renair just nods and just kind of like walks around a bit, tries to find like a good place to rest. He just kind of goes right here. He isn't making conversation right now, but he is more than willing to if you want to. Otherwise, you guys can take a long rest here if you want to. Feel free if there's anything else you wanted to do. Go for it.
Well, I, for one, am just famished, so I think I will absolutely just take a nap, preferably away from these crates and dead bodies. But Ximina does look at Rainier and go, so are you planning on coming with us to find Floon, or are you doing something else after this?
Well, I do feel very guilty that he's out there on my accord. I am more than willing to join you if you would like. I don't want to intrude, but I feel I can prove useful if you would like. I mean, we're all on the same mission now, right? We just have to find him. Oh, I just hope he's okay.
I mean, you know what he looks like, and we
Oh, of
kind
course.
of have a general description of him, so it'd probably be helpful.
Yeah, no, he's a very he looks very similar to myself. He's very he relies on his looks a lot to get what he wants. He has that those genetics, but he does have a kind heart, and he is very useful. For someone who is very easy on the eyes, he can get a lot of information and is a very well trusted source. So we kind of just connected that way.
I'm not judging at all, just because, I think it's really cute. You and Bo really just love to talk about how, cute he is. You guys aren't, all, a trio of lovers, are you?
No, we're not. Volo is very flamboyant with his presentingness, but Volo is a very, very smart individual. He uses that as how can I put this, disguise, so to speak. He's very educated. When you meet Floon, you'll understand what I mean. If you are wondering if I have some sort of flirtatious want with him, that is not the case. That is not something I pursue. But as someone who knows this city very well, it's good to have multiple connections and networks through multiple venues, just in case you need something or a favor of something, some sort. By the way, so you all know Dernan, and you live in a back room. How does that operate? How does that arrangement happen?
That is a good question. And Ximina just looks at the rest of the group, seeing if anyone wanted to initiate that.
I don't even know your names, by the way.
We're
you don't mind-
Derman's employees.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, you have your apron on, so I assume you're the chef, correct?
Correct.
I haven't had some of your food, but I heard nothing but good things from other patrons, so I respect that, especially with your giant tenderizer.
That is correct.
It's very unique. Yes. What are all of your names, by the way? Feel like I'm talking more about myself.
You can just call me Krig.
All right, Craig. That's easy for me to remember.
My name's Oz.
Hi, Oz. I haven't
look
met.
like an old woman, so this is
Oh. How does that happen? Are we
Yeah.
cursed or something?
I have no
I mean,
idea.
sorry, that sounded very.
But that kind of feeds into it. That how does this arrangement start? Because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I don't remember how we started rooming together.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I don't. It's all very fuzzy and it can't. Oh my goodness, I can't recall. Yeah, it was just like all of a sudden we were just there, and we knew each other.
Yeah, out of game, just for clarification, you do get the impression you've known and worked with each other more than 3 years, but in regards to your actual memory, 3 years was the cutoff.
Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Well,
want to say
that's
anything else, Oz?
I was just gonna say that's Mickey, by the way.
Hi,
okay.
Miki.
Oh, hello. And I know you have some pets too, I see.
Um, yeah, I hope you don't think it's too weird.
No.
These rats just kind of seem like drawn to me, and I kind of just have this, special ability that, I don't know that they just, I can like be friends with them somehow. So,
Well, I mean, it could be a nice gift, so to speak. I mean, there are a lot of like characters out there that do specialize in speaking with animals and transforming into animals, or making it a hobby of some sort. I don't know
you're
if that
right.
is
Yeah.
you, quite frankly, but
I
um,
I don't know either. I'm on
oh,
a self-realization journey here,
oh,
trying to figure
fantastic.
out, who I am and just, going day by day. And but and this is Ximina. Um say hi, Ximina. I'm just kidding.
So do you all introduce each other, or how does that work? I mean, Krieg introduced himself, but no, I mean, I appreciate just the fun gesture. Thank you. It's quite refreshing, so to speak. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, no,
Hello,
it's
Ximina.
no
Hello.
problem at all. I mean, I don't think we've really been outside of the tavern as a group like this before, so it's all kind of new to us. But
Not that we
oh,
know
and then
of.
Samina kind of like looks at Miki and just goes, you know, I don't know so much that the rats are drawn to you. I think you're more drawn to the rats. I mean, that one did try to scurry away, but you just went right after it, and here they are. Which I'm not going to criticize because you did send them into battle, and they did a really good job distracting the Kenkus.
They
And I think that's
did.
pretty
They
darn
did.
impressive.
Yeah.
But they're
Thank
still not
you.
welcome back at our room.
We're gonna talk about this. We can talk about this later. Not.
Rats in the bunk room.
Okay. Okay. I got it. They're gonna go.
Those are the real backroom buddies.
Or in the kitchen.
Yes. Yes. Of course, they're not going in the kitchen. I understand health code and things like that. I will make sure to have a place for them when we get back. We can talk about this later. I actually
No, we
had.
should talk about this now because after
No,
looking at
not
what
in
was
front
their
of our
name,
guests.
Winky? No,
It's quite all
Winky
right. I'm pretty
has to-
open-minded. It's okay.
Winky needs to go to a vet or whatever can cure him of that eye because it is not healthy to be squirting things out of one's eye.
I was gonna give it some oranges and when we got back and see if that was gonna help.
You
The
really think
vitamin
that
C.
rat has scurvy?
Cure all ales.
Winky,
Yeah.
when Winky
Going
helps
that
us.
holistic route.
Some acupuncture. Yeah, you look at Winky. Winky has his right eye is pretty swollen, and there's like a green yellow discharge, kind of like just like gooping out, and just like you don't know if it's gonna drop or not. But it's just it looks pretty bad.
Can, can, can I ask you a medicine check?
Sure.
Yeah, speaking of while Oz is kind of getting ready for that, Ximina looks over at Oz and goes, that is a good point. I honestly forgot to thank you. I can't imagine where I'd be right now if you didn't heal me. Did you
Me
also know you had
too.
that power?
No, I did not know that, but I just felt like it was the right thing to do. Also, that was 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You are very familiar with this. Basically, there was a laceration underneath the eyelid that caused this and has been infected for probably almost shy of 2 weeks. It's been pretty bad. You worry that if it isn't taken care of, probably within this next week, it won't be working anymore. You think that a simple remedy, or like maybe some herbs or salves, or even some magical means could possibly take care of that without a problem.
Um, does Oz like carry any healing items?
At the moment, you do not.
Hmm.
Well, Oz will share that.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe with your help, we could try to whip something up for him, but, you know, I understand that this is the nature of life, and I understand that rats don't live that long, so if it gets too much, then we'll have to put him out of his misery.
Oh.
I don't like to
Oh.
think about it.
And yet we have to.
Rats.
Not the rats.
I was waiting
Oh.
for it to happen.
Well,
Mhm.
maybe he'll go much better than Percy did.
What happened to if you don't mind me asking, what happened to Percy?
I don't
We don't
know.
talk
Durnan
about
got rid
Bruno.
of him.
We don't talk about Percy either.
Durnan got rid of him, I guess, because he only had 3 legs, but I thought he was
Oh.
doing fine.
Okay.
But Durnan got rid of him, so but to my friends, I will kind of Dan, with the layout of the yawning portal, do we have
Yes.
like a carriage area or like a horse area or like a stable or like a place like outside that would be covered from the elements?
That's a very good question. In regards to it being covered, not really. But you do have space out there that are used for deliveries, for with your drinks, with any shipments I'm betting, also Craig especially with supplies.
Yeah.
So there is a back entrance
Okay.
that that people have made their delivery, but in regards to like actually like shaded areas,
Yeah.
there's not.
So what I'll do, everybody, is I will create a home for them, towards the back door. I'll have crates and straw, and I will make sure that they are not in our room, and that will be their home. And I'll talk to them about it so that they stay there.
Wait,
Well,
you
I
can
would
talk to
also-
them.
Oh, well.
Huh?
You can talk to them.
I don't know yet. I have this feeling that I can in my soul, but I'm not 100% sure. But if I can't talk to them, then I will use a little cheese.
When you say the C word, Slurpee perks his head up and is expecting a piece.
Slurpee, I'm so sorry. I
He's
just
really begging.
I give him just a little piece of bread out of my rations, and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, it's all I have.
He like stares at it for like a good few seconds and nibbles on it. He's like, okay. I mean, from best of your knowledge, he hasn't had any food for some time, but he eats it.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
Miki, I think when we get back, maybe you should consider giving the rats a bath as well. I mean, where we are is probably not the most clean place, and I just think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
And they'll be more accustomed to that. And,
for sure. I'll give him
maybe
a
Dragon
bath.
won't be as mad.
And as I promised that I'll clean up the bucket or tub or sink or whatever I use. So I promise to clean that up so you don't have to. And
Thank you. Much appreciated.
you're welcome. I know you work hard, cleaning up after,
I do.
Mayloon and all of that. So I don't want you to clean up my mess as well. So is that okay? Is everybody satisfied with my offerings here so I can keep my rats?
Well, you don't have to sound so rude about it. But yes.
I'm not trying to be rude. I just need your support because this is what I feel like I'm called to do right now. I don't know why, but they just seem to be a part of who I am.
This is acceptable.
Thanks, Craig.
Yeah, alright. I suppose I could be accepting of the rats since you guys barely bat an eye at my sudden change of appearance.
You got a point. I mean, you do have a point there. Okay, so now that we moved on from this, I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to ask.
Hey.
Renair.
Yes.
Oh, just what was it like being the son of an open lord?
Oh, well, my dad is what they call, what is it? An asshole.
Oh,
Yes. I don't talk to him at all. He's very, um, almost corrupt. He was more for the very wealthy and making the wealthy even more wealthy and not really thinking about in consideration of the middle class to
Well,
lower class in Waterdeep,
yeah.
which is something I'm very passionate about. Because no one should have to live like this at all, especially when the extremely wealthy flaunt it and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Because there are some higher ups that definitely take advantage of the system and have their own recreational hobbies. I think I have no proof on it, but sources can be quite promising. I don't talk to my father at all. I think that's the
Yeah.
reason why. Well, he's an open lord and Neverwinter now, so that's where he went.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, sure. Neverwinter.
but he can just kick rocks. I don't talk to him anymore.
I feel like we kind of agree with what you believe. Obviously, we're not
Oh,
wealthy
that's
people.
well,
But do you think that? So, do you think that he embezzled and
it wouldn't
and
surprise me.
about the artifact and
I
everything?
I believe there's some truth to that. I do,
Mm,
but I haven't spoken with my father, and I don't want to associate myself with him at all.
absolutely.
Um,
I wouldn't want to either if that was my dad. I don't know if I
yes.
have a dad, but anyway, I wouldn't want
Oh,
to.
all right. Well, I hope you find out. But no, I just
We'll see.
with the amount of efforts that the Zendharim and the Xanathar Guild have been fighting about, I think there is some truth to that, and especially with the kidnapping, and me being the main target, and then the Xanathar Guild not really doing their homework. I feel there is some sort of truth to that.
Yeah.
I have to double check with my sources though, just to see, but it could be true.
Yeah, poor Floon. He didn't ask for any of this, and he's only
No,
in this situation because of you. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to blame you at all. I'm so sorry. I was just thinking, thought processing out loud. So sorry. My apologies.
it's quite all right. It's fine.
Case
Well,
of mistaken
Floon,
identity.
yeah, I mean, Loon, he gets himself to situations. He kind of networks in another way, to get information. So, that's why
What kind of way would that be?
Yeah.
He's an
Too much
escort.
big boy around us.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew it too. I've had a feeling.
I did in my soul because he's so pretty.
He's I don't utilize him for that way by any means, but this is something that he's made good income doing, and I feel kind of guilty sharing this, honestly. Maybe if you find him, we can give you more information. I don't want to start revealing anything problematic
Right.
at his expense. So,
Right.
but
It's
that's
not exactly your information to tell. So.
exactly so. But that's how we trade information, become friends. He's a good guy. Yeah, it's just very unfortunate what happened.
He's led a very interesting life so far. So.
I'm sure that if he's alive, he can definitely tell you. He's a very outgoing
Oh.
individual. Yes. I'm a bit tired, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
kind
We'll
of
let you rest.
no
Thank-
worries, but yeah, we can hopefully find the right path to go because hopefully I can heal up a bit too and rest.
Just one more question for you.
Sure, of course.
Have you seen any of those yellow signs that were mentioned?
I haven't really. I was pretty much kidnapped, dragged over here. I think I was unconscious for some time, and then I was kind of forced into this back room. So, unfortunately, I never been in this area, so this is all pretty foreign to me.
As after we are done resting, I figured we could use the city guard to point us in the right direction.
Okay. So, with that being said, all of you guys get a long rest in. All of your spells are back. So, Ximina and Oz, we have that taken care of for you. All of you are at full health. Get all your hit dice back. And your rat abilities back, Kimarie. We're still gonna work this out a little bit,
Yeah,
but
we gotta talk, but it's okay.
I like it so much I don't want to get rid of it. Okay, so morning happens, and there's only a few guards around, probably around like 4. That are pretty much. We have 2 at the front, 1 just keeping an eye out for you guys, and then 1 is on top here as well. So.
Now, I know we didn't really find anything of value or interest in the upstairs area
Mhm.
while we're kind of resting and, looking around as the guards are moving around. Do we see anything on the lower level that might catch our interest or no?
Yes, roll an investigation check, please.
Sure thing. $12.
Oh, okay. So nothing too crazy. It's kind of hard to see because of all the wreckage that was happening, but you do find a light crossbow
Okay.
that one of the Kenku used. It looks like it's still in working condition. You also find what appears to be 12 bolts total. That you've kind of been looking around. You don't know if it's from Miki's or from the Kenku that were using it, but there's 12 scattered around. And also there's that crate that Rainier found that has a couple daggers as well as a couple rapiers. In regards to anything else, that's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. No worries. All right. So Rainier comes to you guys and says, "Okay, are we ready to go? I feel much better, by the way."
Same here.
Same.
Nice. Oh, and he looks at Ximina and says, "Oh, I really haven't had the chance to see because of the daylight, but your eyes are very beautiful. I never met someone who that's pupilless before. Your eyes, Ximina, are pure white like Storm from X-Men."
Okay. I wasn't ready for that.
What?
Reveal.
We're just okay with this, like as her friend. That's fine.
Yeah.
You
She kind of like bats her eyelashes as he
Yep.
can't tell which direction she's looking, but she kind of does like a hair flip and just goes,
Yep.
I know they're so creamy.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that response, but I hope that was a good thing. All right. It's actually funny. Volo says the same thing sometimes. Yeah. Okay.
Bolo.
So, oh yeah, he's quite a character. All right. I guess we can go. Rainier is just walking ahead and talking to one of the city watch that's there. Are you guys doing anything else?
There you go.
I guys gonna find. What's your approach on trying to track this information? You just know it's in sewers.
Is there a way to use a history check to figure out which one of the wards might be the oldest? Because I feel like maybe the oldest district might be like having the access to sewers more, or maybe like a poorer district or something like that. Because I would assume the docks, but based on my knowledge of the area, I wouldn't be too sure.
Make a history check.
Oz is just gonna go outside and look around.
Okay, and make an investigation check, please, Oz.
Okay, I rolled a 9 for history.
Okay. For you, I mean, it's really hard to tell. You don't know too much about the history of like when the wards happened. I mean, pretty much any ward that has a sewer system would be good, but it's hard to tell.
Okay.
How about you, Oz? What did you get?
I rolled a 4.
4. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's really with this area you really don't know all too well either. Just like taking a shot in the dark.
Since Renair already has a connection with the captain,
Sure.
I would like walk over to Renair and just quietly ask if he would ask the captain if he knows about the sewers with the yellow arrows.
Sure. Eustace is not there. I'm sorry. It's just his subordinates there. I just have these guys just on the back.
I would still have Renair ask just because,
of course,
he's a noble and stuff, so
yes,
a little more respectable than us.
So he made a conversation. You come up and ask him, and he goes, "Oh yes, Mickey, that's actually a very valid point. Peter, do you know roughly where the Kenku was talking about some yellow signs in the sewers? Probably this is where Floon is. Did you hear anything from Eustace by any chance?" He got it in that one. The guy did. Peter responds back and says, Peter's like, "This is my first day. I don't want to work here. I'm sorry. I don't know. Whatsoever. Sewers are on the ground, probably there. I'm sorry."
Well, I guess that's okay. We can always just walk around and maybe use our eyes to find where some of these things are. And if we don't see any yellow signs, maybe we can open up one of the grates and look inside. I mean, I don't think they'll be above level unless they're on a building somewhere. But let's all just keep our eyes open as we look around for them, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Kind of like looks at the garden and goes,
Good luck
yeah.
with that. I haven't seen anything so far, so.
We could also go back to the dragon?
Skewered dragon.
Skewered dragon, and you got along really well with the bartender Ximina, so probably could see if there's any information to get out of him.
I really don't want to have to hear her moan again while talking.
Oh, guys, we're getting
people,
along so well. Sorry, Calico.
I was just saying, I really don't want to have to listen to Ximina moan while talking to people again, so.
What do you mean? I didn't moan.
You so moaned. I heard you from
You
across
did.
the room.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have never moaned in my entire life.
That's
and
a lie.
She'll
We
start
room with
walking
you.
away.
Liar.
Okay.
Liar.
She'll just be looking left and right to see if she can find the any sign of a sewer grate or a type of sewer system.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
I was just following Ximina, being like, "You're full of shit."
I would say investigation because you're actively investigating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9, so
I'm
very consistent.
How is Oz's passive perception?
No luck.
Can I investigate?
Your passive perception would not detect what you're trying to detect.
Fair enough.
Raynair was trying. He rolled a 4 on investigation. He can't find anything.
We're not gonna find the sewers just because we're all rolling like crap.
But I could roll really good if I could roll.
Should all of us roll? See if we know where a sewer entrance is.
If you want to roll an investigation check, you can, Dennis. I know Oz, Ximina both rolled investigation. Miki, did you roll investigation too?
Not yet. Okay. I was waiting for permission.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you.
Sorry.
I was worried you guys weren't gonna find it. So.
Well.
You guys, Craig, you ironically are really good at finding and tracking blood trails, as well as like just corpses or bodies that are dragged or moved. A little backstory for you.
Right.
So, what you find as you move, you go through a back alley that's actually right of here. So like you see the tree over here. It's in the back corner, and you follow for about 3 minutes. What you do see is what appears to be a sewer grate, but there is something floating above it. You see what appears to be a geyser, which is that floating green eye thing that you saw at the yawning portal.
Is it the same one I saw at the yawning portal?
It looks very similar. There's no like really defining features on it, but it's. Let me see if I can find it here for you. Yeah, it's. Geyser. There we go. Yeah, so basically, oh, don't want to print it. Anyways, yeah, you do see it. It's just kind of hovering up right now, but try not to scroll too down. But like you can kind of see. Oh, here's a handout. Actually, that's better. That's what it looks like.
What that mouth do?
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Like the
So. Mm-hmm. So it is about, I'd say about 30 feet away from you right now. It hasn't noticed you guys yet. You just kind of think that it's floating about 10 feet off the ground.
Does it look like it's like potentially guarding? Like, is it spinning, looking around, trying to detect anything?
Yes.
Like it might be protecting that sewer grate?
Yes. It looks like it is watching out for any potential threat or anything.
Ximina kind of like places her hand like on Garrikrig's shoulder, depending on if she is able to. Just like halting him as like she sees that and kind of goes, "Oh boy, maybe this isn't a good idea. I mean, Xanathar is a patron at the tavern. I don't want us to get caught up in between this whole gang war if we have to kill that thing. But I don't know if we can try talking to it. They all seem pretty gruff."
I wonder if they're not going to be very negotiable. But I'll follow your lead, whatever you would like to do.
Well, we could also try to attack it from a range distance and then hide around the corner, hoping it doesn't see us. But if we don't kill it and it lives, it could always tell on us to Xanathar, and we know how paranoid he is.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm going to have you guys stand back for a moment, and then I'm going to approach it and say hello.
Okay. So you're not. Are you not doing it stealthily? You're presenting yourself in front of the geyser.
Yes, I am presenting myself.
Okay.
I
Peacefully,
want to stay
peacefully.
out of
Sure.
the vision, so I will be around the corner.
Also,
Yeah, that's what I wanted
ready
you
that-
guys to do, anyways.
I'm gonna ready that light crossbow. Like I'm gonna try and load it up to ready
Okay.
to attack in case anything
Sure.
happens. At least from a
Same.
distance.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Alice, what do you want to do?
where are we at? Like,
So there's no map for this. This
Okay.
is just like imagination right now. You're at
Right.
you're at just in the middle of the street, well, like in an alley, with the geyser above the stone, like the sewer gate.
okay.
Do you see where our characters are? We're at the top of the map.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just there. I think he's referring to the geyser being somewhere over here.
Okay.
Yep. So it's basically 20 feet. Craig. So you're walking up towards it. As you walk up and attempt to say something, it snarls at you and gets ready to attack. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Kimarie. I think I can control your character, and I don't know why. So I don't know where you want it to be.
Yeah, you're fine. I saw it that it moved. I was like, oh, ghosts.
Shut you
Ximina
down,
just dies.
Craig. But this thing was not going to negotiate no matter what. It had strict orders to eliminate anything on site.
Not me rolling a 16. I'm ready to fuck this geyser up.
It's a 19 for initiative.
All right,
My
one
God.
second here. And Rainier's going to roll for initiative 2. All right. Oh, Rainier.
We're doing so good, Miki.
Okay. Craig, you had a 19, right?
Correct.
All right. Okay. Miki, what did you get?
A 3.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be fashionably late. I got my bow stuck in the crossbow, and I'm trying to
Oh, it
get it
happens,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ximina, what did you get?
Rolled a 16.
Okay. And then Oz, what did you get?
A 5.
Oh dear.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, Craig, you are first up. So this gaze is looking at you. The tendrils on it, like all eyes are focused on you. The teeth, the drool coming out, like looking pounce on you.
I'm gonna take my giant mallet,
Yeah.
mallet, and just like full on baseball swing at the
Yeah.
at it.
Roll a hit, please.
So 17.
That hits. Roll. Are you using one hand or two hands?
Two hands.
All right, so that's a D10.
Four.
4. Okay. You hit it, and it looks really beat up. Like you knocked it for probably a good second base hit. It's like trying to get its equilibrium back right now. One thing you found out, Dennis, which I'm going to give you a combat freebie here. With your height, you can probably do a melee attack only 10 feet away.
Oh, the gears are turning.
So I'm what you're saying is I'm tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just
No, but you're medium sized. You are tall. You are the tallest of the group. And with your reach of a melee weapon, it can be an additional 5 feet. So 10 feet. You can do a melee attack. I was holding on to that for some time.
Oh,
So-
well.
All right, end of your turn, Craig?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Ximina, your turn.
I am gonna try and use my handy dandy new weapon to see if I do well with it at all. So I'm gonna try to attack it with my light crossbow.
All right, one quick second. I want to see if you're proficient in this.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure if you are or not. Okay. And then if you could just roll a d20 for me, please.
Yeah, this is like the 4th 9 I've rolled today, so I don't know what's with this number.
You really
Weird.
need to get a
Mhm.
real set of dice. That's what it
I
is.
do have some, I just didn't want to keep turning to roll.
So you try using it. Unfortunately, it misses. You're not used to something like this before. You don't utilize it too much. So you are not proficient in light crossbows.
You know, I'll just say I was just so taken aback by the beating.
Oh wait.
Given it that I had just flicked it by accident.
It's funny because you flick it and then the second arrow actually hits it because I was wrong. You are proficient in hand crossbows.
Not the second arrow appearing out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You're like, oh, it actually hits. So it actually does hit. Roll. I'm so sorry. Roll a d8 for me, please.
Gosh, you're just so embarrassing.
I know.
Rolled a 4.
Okay. So you shoot it, and it actually goes through the giant eye stalk, and flew through, and then it just falls down just like a wet pile of flesh, just on top of the grate, and it's dead.
That was so not cute.
Oh man.
It's pretty grody on it. I mean, it's just looking up, like you going. Like it's not too good.
So I'm gonna go hide this thing really quick, so as not to attract attention.
Great idea.
Well,
You
is there
grab
any
it by
way
like the stalk and just.
Does he just
Or-
eat it somewhere?
Or you know what? We could just drop it in the sewer.
probably
Well-
stinks down there anyways.
I guess, but we're all going down there. Maybe not. Try not to get blood everywhere. I mean, well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
So, as you open up the grate, which actually is not too much of a problem, Craig, you're able to do it without a problem. You follow the signs through the tunnels and you go down a ladder as well. It smells horrible. It smells like rotten fish, excrement, same pickled stuff that Rainier was like before.
Mm,
No amount of air fresheners is going to help us. So, as you climb down, you arrive at the bottom of the sewer. And here we go.
oh, wow. That's a nice map, Dan.
Yeah, I got it from this Patreon. So big shout out to let's see here. Want to make sure that they get it. Patreon. Oh, Hike Maps, TYCH. Thank you for the maps. They're really, really helpful. I appreciate you. Thank you. Definitely check them out on Patreon if you haven't done so. Because the book only does black and white rough outlines. So I did some research and found these wonderful maps by them and have used them for the campaign. Because I think it would be nice.
What was the name one more
Okay.
time?
I think it's Hike Maps, TYCH.
Cool.
Yep. Very, very cool. All right, so you guys arrive at the bottom of the sewers here. So right now, the main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls, directly across from each other. Two passages continue on to the north and the south. A stone door is set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the west. I will reveal these areas for you. So, you see here. There you go. And Rainier, he notices, he looks at you and sees a goblin up ahead that's actually sleeping. So he notifies you to just keep a low profile here and just sneak around. Well, if you want to kill it, by all means, but I'll leave that up to you.
Well, we don't really know that the goblins are part of the Xanathar Guild, so perhaps we can talk our way out of it, if anything. But maybe we should just look for the yellow arrows first. And she secretly hopes they're not going towards the goblin that way.
Rainier sees a door right here and asks, "Did you want? I don't want to have to take the lead if you don't want me to. It's up to you. I don't mind."
And Craig, if you wanted to take the lead, you did beat the heck out of that gazer pretty easily. You seem a little more beefy than the rest of us, but you don't have to if you don't want to either.
I suppose I can take the lead here.
Thank you so much.
Alright. No worries. Go ahead. Okay. So there is a door in front of you. Do you choose to open it?
I'm gonna put my ear up to the door, see if I hear anything on the other side.
Okay, make a perception check.
13.
13. You don't. The only thing you're pretty much hearing is a snoring from the goblin. Over here. By the way, I need everyone to roll a stealth check for me, please.
Ooh, 15.
I rolled an 11.
Oz rolled
Okay.
an 18.
Okay. Miki?
14.
Okay. All of you managed to sneak past the sleeping goblin without a problem.
Woo!
But yeah, the door is still closed, Craig, if you want to open it.
I'm gonna slowly open it.
They don't know about this, and we want to still keep it a secret, okay? Ximina is lawful evil. She is an evil alignment. So, yes. So when Justin was asking, like, how I would feel about this goblin, Ximina would want to kill and make this goblin pay. I did mention that Rainier is with them now, so Ximina is pretty much playing the game. So I don't know if Ximina would reveal that in front of new company that has a lot of resources and can move a lot of information, but Ximina knows how to play the game, and this is something she would capitalize on, maybe on her own, or if she wants to tell someone else. So that's what we got. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
You
Perfect.
get some.
Good. We're good.
I think so, right? We're
I
good.
didn't think that would happen.
I didn't think so either. I felt bad, but I went through everything too. Again, big thank you to the chat for keeping this a secret. Also, thank you for the rest of the party for doing this. So, because it was pretty sensitive information. Okay, so I explained to you, Justin, what Ximina's thought process is. Are you moving along, or Craig? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I would say Ximina kind of just looks over at the goblin and kind of does like a once over, and then kind of silently nods to herself before proceeding after Craig.
Sure. You see, there is like a coin pouch on him too. And it looks like a watch post area. So like, the goblin is watching through this area and also this area too with arrow slits, trying to take care of any invaders that wind up there. Intruders.
No.
Sorry.
We
All
could
right.
always use the gold if somebody wanted to steal it. Ximina says quietly. Of course. It's on his hip. The goblin has it all.
Dan, is there any one of us that you can reveal is particularly Sorry, is there any one of us that is particularly stealthy? Can you reveal that?
No.
Not right now.
No. Not revealing that right
Or
now.
Or not really.
Or any one of us that.
Oh, I see. Like, who's? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I can give that to you.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. That makes sense. That would be Miki.
Hey, I'll try to steal it. Absolutely, I'm down for an adventure at any time. So.
Does Ximina
Okay.
look at Miki like, shh? You don't have to say it so loud.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna steal it.
You don't want the adventure to death.
In this case, I'm going to need you to roll an individual stealth check. As the goblin is just like
13.
13. Okay.
I'm
Doesn't
gonna
seem to
ready
wake him
my-
up.
Crossbow with the bolt.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to need you to make a sleight of hand check,
Ooh.
Miki, to see if you
Oh
can
no.
So
untie or unclip the bolt sack on him.
Audience, give me all the good vibes.
good
Woo!
vibes only.
Good vibes. That's an 8.
8. You do manage to pull out what looks like some sort of like thieves' tools that you have. That, I don't know, it almost looks like glassware, kind of like a stirring rod for your drinks, but it's like disguised as thieves' tools. So it's pretty interesting. It has like a swirly like stick that's used for stirring drinks, but it also can be folded in a way. But you use it to kind of like use your hands and then also kind of like finesse with your tool, and you do manage to pick it off.
All right.
And then you find 2 copper pieces in it.
Broke bitch.
2 nibs. Yeah.
Yep, I'll just take that and
Okay.
I will keep going.
All right. Craig, you're still leading the way?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, as you get closer to the room, I mean, are you going to? I guess how are you gonna approach it? Are you gonna like peer through the corner here, or where are you gonna approach this? You do see a path straight ahead. You don't see
Do I
anyone
have
in
to
it.
jump over the water here, or
No, the water is above. Sorry. So
Oh,
like
it's
it's
above.
underneath. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
actually underneath. Yeah. You have to duck
Alright.
a little bit, but you get under it.
Yeah, I'm gonna peer around the corner here.
Sure, no worries. So you see, it does look to be a sleeping area. There is a door also right here for you as well. So this room contains 6 tattered straw stuffed mattresses. Nothing of value really, just like a sleeping area. You hear what appears to be activity in the room next door, like shuffling around. It's a thin wooden door that separates these.
I'm gonna go listen at the door again.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, please.
12.
Well, it's kind of hard to tell a little bit. You do make out 2 different voices. One of them kind of sounds familiar. It has the voice of the one that started the fight against the female half orc in the tavern. And then the other one sounds dwarvish, dwarven in nature, very low, very rough. And pretty much they go back and forth saying, "We gotta get rid of that thing. It's gonna come out. Aye, you a weak little man. You can take care of it on your own. Come on. Don't be a wuss. Xanathar will zap you if you don't take care of it. Come on." And they're just egging each other on. One of the voices, the familiar voice, is saying that, like, yeah, your approach ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. We have to put it through Gap or something. You know, gotta get rid of it. And the other one goes, "Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about."
I relay what I heard to the rest of the group.
Okay. I wonder what they're trying to hide. Whatever it is.
Sounds like they're trying to get rid of something or someone. Could possibly be Floon.
Could be. Well, I don't want to take too much time then if that's going to be the case. But I'll follow your lead.
How confrontational do you want to be?
I mean, I want to destroy them, but I mean, that's just me. How about you?
Well, we should come up with a plan. If we are going to try and talk to them, why are we here? What are we doing? We don't really have a way of proving that we're part of the guild to kind of deceive them, so unless they're really stupid. So maybe we're...
Sounds like there's only 2 people in there. We could very easily... We could probably deal with that, no problem.
You hear, Craig, that they call each other by name. One of them is named Krentz. The other one is named Zemk. From your perception check.
I also relay that information to the group.
Sure.
Do either of those do the names Krems? What were they again?
Sure. Zemk and Krentz.
I ask Renair if he's heard those names before.
Yes, I'm quite sure. They're Xanathar's men. Krentz is more of he leads a group of thugs around, dresses all in black usually. Zemk I haven't met personally. Heard of him too much. I know he's a Durgar of some sort. He's just pretty much. I don't know. He's an underling as well, but he likes to think that he's in charge, even though he's not. He likes to push his weight around and think he's important, which is kind of fun for meddling affairs. But he's a nobody. Respectfully.
Well, I
of
say
course.
we go. I say we bum rush them.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should just, go in and catch him by surprise. And we don't have to kill them. We could definitely ask them where Floon is. We don't. We can definitely try to get some information out of them.
Well, we could also, maybe one of us kind of matches the description of what it means to be in the Xanathar Guild. Perhaps they can pose as a member, and we can be the poor little prisoners. Then we can always ambush them if they don't fall for it, of course.
Isn't
So I mean,
Xan-
kind of look at each person and kind of look at
Xanathar? Isn't
Go ahead.
Xanathar is fairly regular at the Yonic portal, correct?
Fairly.
So
Yeah, business dealings.
wouldn't his underlings possibly recognize us?
Possibly.
I don't know. I think we go in there and subdue them.
Well, if that's what you'd like to do, I mean, you're more than welcome to lead the way. I was just suggesting that, perhaps one of us looks something like that might belong in this guild, but, I'm okay with whatever. And Ximina kind of backs away from the door, readying the crossbow, but not wanting to be the initiator of it.
Okay, so how are you guys approaching this? Are you going to surprise them and try to tackle them into submission? Are you going to try to hurt them? How are you guys going to handle this?
If that's what you guys want to do, you can
I'm
rush.
well. How do Oz and Miki feel about the situation?
I'm cool with the plan of tackling and subduing sooner rather than later because it's already been a few days since it's taken.
Yeah.
The noise gets a bit louder, and you hear voice happening. Hurry up! It's going to break through.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So you barge right in. All right. So you see the descriptions from Rainier. Zemk is trying to push furniture against the door here, and Prince is just standing there, just telling him it's not going to work out. And then they turn and see you, Craig, totally surprised by this and did not see you. And then you see Krentz kind of squint his eyes a little bit and look at you.
I'm not entering the room, by the way. I'm staying in this room. I'm just listening.
I'll go in with Eric Craig.
So how's it? I look at them and say, "How's this gonna go?"
Just stares at you.
Who's breaking through the door?
And it kind of nervously looks at you. Doesn't say anything. It's they're trying to looking at each other they're in a precarious situation right now. They see intruders in Xanathar Zewers, whatever this is. they're trying to figure out what the bigger threat is right now.
We're looking for a dude named Floon. You haven't seen him, have you?
Need you all to roll initiative.
That's a natural 20 on initiative.
Hey, very good, very good.
Right?
All right. We got 3 characters I have to roll for.
Mm.
So let's do this.
By the
And
way,
then,
I keep getting excited because in the music I keep hearing rats, and
that's cool. I like
and,
that.
and I'm like, rats, and then I'm like, oh man.
We're just hearing the rats you already have.
Oh yeah, great. There we go.
Just think of the movie Babe and the singing mice.
Yeah, there's no possible way there's any more rats down here. It's just the ones you brought with you.
You think that? All right.
There are rats down here. I just can't find them.
Dan, I have a question.
Actually,
Good.
found
Of course. What is your question?
If I wanted to do something in regards to what we had secretly discussed, is that
Of
something you want
course.
me to message you first on Discord and then like talk about on the stream? Because I don't want to just.
You can. No, I understand. You can definitely message me if you would like on my phone. I have it next to me. So Messenger would probably be best because that way you can hopefully see it. Just let me know when you send a message, just in case, because I'm handling a few things.
Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask.
Oh no, I think that's a very, very good question.
Okay.
All right.
So that one dude that got all squinty-eyed with me,
Mm-hmm.
was that a look of recognition?
A look of shock, surprise first, and then trying to pinpoint you. Of like, he seems familiar, but then you have the apron on, and then starting to click.
All right.
You guys still haven't taken off your uniforms or anything.
Next
So-
time we're changing before we leave.
I just don't know how many changes of clothes we really have, so I just feel like wearing our uniform is fine.
Then Rainier. All right. Craig, what was your You got a natural 20, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Oz, what did you get?
8.
Okay. All right, Miki. What'd you get?
17.
Okay. Ximina.
Rolled a 12, and I did send you messages on. that,
Yes,
so
thank
when
you
have
so
a-
much.
no
No
rush.
worries. No worries. Okay. And then I'm just getting. Okay, we got Krentz. Then we got Zemk. Those are beautiful names, by the way. I'm going to name my firstborn that.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's-
So, top of the round is Craig.
I'm going to. Can I melee attack the guy from where I'm standing?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing
Go for
at
it.
him with the mallet.
Yeah. Pull a Gallagher. Go for it. Rest in peace. Love you.
Oh my god.
I love Gallagher.
7.
7. That's actually, I think that just hits. Actually. Oh yeah, it actually does hit. Roll your damage, please.
6.
6. So, as you realize from when you were hitting the gazer before, you're like, I can kind of keep my distance. You hit Krentz square in the temple. He flips over and lands on the bed, bleeding out. He is dead.
Like what?
You killed him in one shot. You got just enough hit points to kill him.
Damn.
One hit KO. You hit the sweet spot.
Good one, Craig.
Remind me not to piss them off.
Zamka.
Can I say something to the other guy really quick?
Yeah, quick. Yeah, bonus action. I'll allow it. Yeah.
So, You just saw what happened there. Are you sure you want to continue this?
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Yes.
Okay, roll intimidation for me. Actually, I'm making a neutral roll because that was a one-hit KO, so go for it.
It's an 18.
18. All right. So we're still in the round here, but you can tell that he is not as confident as he was before, especially seeing his friend just get demolished. Also, you see him just kind of eyeing the door over here, and just looking at you, and he looks more terrified now than anything. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Next up, we have Miki.
From the angle of where I'm at, is there any way I can see or understand possibly what's coming through that door? Perhaps if it's like an animal or something, like a giant rat, perhaps.
We'll never know.
Please, it better not be.
You would have to get closer to the door in order to, because right now you do not, all you see is just Zemk. You don't see anything else, any other creatures. You would have to get closer to the door,
Okay.
and I can have you roll a perception check if you're looking to do like noise or sight. See what could be out there.
No, I'm just gonna talk to Stump, whatever
Okay.
his name is,
Mhm.
and just be like, "What is over there? Why do you keep looking over there? You both, there's something going on. What is going on?"
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Does he respond?
It's not his turn yet. I'm still doing combat initiative.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I will choose to just ready my action. I will not fight because I'm trying to see and assess the
Okay.
situation.
What action are you readying?
I will ready my crossbow in like turning kind of towards the door in case something's gonna jump
Something
out.
comes out? Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up is... Well, Krentz is dead. Huh.
Rip.
Oh, actually, I have to do... Oh, yeah. It is Ximina. Your turn.
Well, I'm not too sure what's going on here. So I'm gonna move over here, and I'm just gonna hold my action for anything that comes through the door with my
Okay.
crossbow. I'm not gonna
Sure.
step into the room because I'm not sure what's happening.
Sure. Okay. No worries. It is now Zemk, yeah, his turn. So he looks at you guys and goes, I don't know what it is, but it's deadly. It's gonna eat all of us. Kill it. And he actually like backs up away from it. And what you guys see in its turn now is nothing really solid like, but it is, if I can get to it, an ooze. Not Glarb.
Glarb's cousin.
Glarb's cousin Smarb, yeah.
I thought
Nice.
that was a horse.
That's Smorb. Big difference. Yes.
Such a big difference.
Yeah, Oz, get it right.
Sorry.
Comes out,
It was
and it
annoying
is
when I saw that.
it is a gray ooze. And it's just coming through the door, slithering its way.
Looks like cement.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to... Let me see here, movement. Only can move 10 feet. so it's actually going to just rest here for now. And Zemk is looking worried. And that's the end of the Ooze's turn. Next up, we have Renair. Renair is holding his action to whoever is going to attack you guys. He's going to attack with his multi-attack. He's going to do that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So he's holding that. Next up is Oz.
Yeah.
Go get him.
I guess Oz, hearing that there's an ooze, kind of just sticks their arm in between Renair and Miki and points it towards the ooze, tries to cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
That's range, yes?
It is, yes. Okay. So you can definitely roll the hit. And that hits.
Good job.
Am I rolling a D8?
Yes.
3.
3 damage. Okay. All right. Looks like you did a little damage to it. Now you do have the option to have a second target. Are you going to use that?
Kind of do, but if we end up killing him, we don't have any. Can't target the same target twice.
To be just 2 separate targets.
Do it.
Yeah, heck.
Fuck him up.
Okay. Roll it.
Just a little bit. A little bit.
Okay.
Anything to not be a sturge.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Kill the change appearances.
It was only a 5.
5. Yeah, that unfortunately does not hit. As you attempt to shoot him, and he looks surprised and looks very angry now.
Ooh.
My bad.
And if you turn Oz?
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing else I can do.
Okay, top of the round, Craig. You are up, buddy.
I guess I will take a swing at the ooze with whatever good it's gonna do.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
It's 8 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage, please.
6 damage.
6 damage, okay. Alright. Craig, when you use your meat hammer thing, some of the ooze kind of sticks to it and it gets corroded. Your weapon gets corroded. So right now you have a -1 penalty to damage rolls with that weapon.
Not the Kobosin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So it's -1 damage with that right now. And that kind of ticks you off because it's just like, man, I use this all the time. It's one of a kind. Yeah.
Food.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Miki.
I'll shoot the ooze with my crossbow.
Okay.
That's 12.
12. That hits. It is really
Alrighty.
easy to hit. Yeah.
It's a D8, right?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Okay. That's an 8.
Oh boy.
Nice
You.
one.
It's still going on, but you actually like shoot a big chunk of it off the wall, and it's struggling to kind of get back together, but to no effect in that. Like part of the ooze is just dead over there. There is a little bit left of it though. That was a very good shot.
Yay.
All right, end of your turn.
Yes.
I forgot. Ximina, because the ooze did come out and you were holding your action. In case it came out, roll your attack on the ooze.
Well, as much as I want to, based on where my character is and how probably narrow this is, I don't know that I'd be able to even see it at this point. We'd have to move into the room, I think.
Well, you were into the room, right? You were
No,
hoping
I'm on
to...
the room on the left. I'm over here. I didn't.
Oh, I see. So you didn't move when you were doing that whole okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, you couldn't see it. Okay.
No, that's
So
fine. I was just clarifying because I didn't want to go into the room. I still don't really know what's going on.
No worries. And then I'm going to look at your message, by the way. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait a second then, just in case you have something else to tell me.
I see. It would be a stealth check for you, and comparing to perception. That'd be combat.
Okay.
Convening roll.
All right, yeah, I'll roll that. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
So
If everyone can roll a perception check for me, please.
19.
That's a nat 1.
Okay.
not that one.
That was a 2,
Okay.
You're blind.
right? I'm
Ximina.
distracted by Raynair's hair.
Yeah, Raynair is really focused on the battle too. Ximina, you were in the clear.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I guess, skipping my turn this round.
Makes sense. So we're going. Well, it'll probably be answered maybe a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ximina is not with you guys at the moment. Next up is the Durgar Zemk. Zemk is really pissed at Oz, but understands the situation here. He's just going to attack the closest thing he can see. He's going to try to attack Miki right now, and he's going to use his war pick.
Oh.
And the war pick and misses you.
Oh.
You.
Raynair sees this, and using his reaction is going to use a multi-attack on Zemk. So Raynair is going to do 3 attacks, 1 with his dagger and 2 with his rapier. So, let's see here. Okay, the first one misses. The second one misses. Come on, Raynair. The last one hits. So that's with his rapier. Okay, and does 8 points of piercing damage to Zemk. And you see Raynair is really, even though he missed with the dagger and one of the, it's because he's kind of wedged in the door, so it's a bit hard, but he's really graceful and knows how to use weapons.
Woo. Swoon.
Yeah, and actually it is Raynair's turn right now. So he had his reaction, and now he's going to actually do 3 attacks on the Durgar again.
Damn.
So, see what happens. That's a miss.
Oh boy.
That's a hit. And last one misses. So it's again just 1 hit with the rapier. And that's, he's consistent. Another 8 points of piercing damage. And pierces the other side of the shoulder this time. So it's pretty symmetrical. And Raynair is just looking at him, just says, "Don't even try." You make him sound like he seems tough, but it's kind of hard with like a noble accent. It's pretty weird. Anyways, that's the end of his turn. Next up is yeah. Oh no, actually it's the ooze. It's the ooze. The ooze is moving 10 feet. Gonna move to Craig. And it's gonna try to hit you with its pseudopod. Which is a 12 to hit, and I don't think that hits you actually. Nope. So it misses. So you dodged that, Craig. Next up is Oz.
Tilt touch again.
Still touch again. Both of them look pretty rough.
I'm just gonna cast down the ooze because I kind of want to try and get information out of them.
Okay. No worries. Okay. Roll your d20, please.
13.
13. That hits the ooze. Roll damage, please.
8.
Got you.
Oh,
The ooze, like you're getting more used to this. You're learning to harness it more, and you just chill the ooze, and it just shatters, just like hard pieces against the wall, and it is gone.
Yum.
Oh, I see, Justin. Okay.
Work.
Okay. I'm gonna do it after the combat.
Okay.
So Zemk is the only one that's there, and he's looking pretty rough, and he's still in a fighting stance. I will let you know. He looks very determined.
I wants to say, hey man,
So-
I said it was my bad. Like,
Are you trying to deceive him?
do you really want us to have to kill you, or are you willing to just cool it so we can talk?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
Come on, Oz.
7 and a nat 20.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take that 7. He's looking at you and like spits in your general direction, like you're scum.
That's
Of like
very
you
weird.
trying to hit him when he'd even do anything to you, so he's not interested in what you have to say. Yep. So, yep. Top of the round we have Craig. Craig, you have Zemk in front of you.
Yes.
Let's keep-
I guess I'm gonna hit him
Okay. With your
with my hammer.
tenderizer, yep.
Not that corroded tenderizer.
Tenderizer.
So 13.
13. I just want to make sure that this doesn't affect your 2 hit at all. I don't think so. No. So, you had a 13, I'm sorry, right?
Yes.
Yes. That hits. Roll your damage, please. So it would be your 1d10, and then you have to minus 1 of that value.
So it's 5, so it would be 4.
Okay. So 9 points of damage. He is on his last leg. Like, he's on his last breath right now. You hit him right in the ribs, and he's, like, just trying to stand up. He's really, really beat up right now. Like, on the verge.
Still want to keep this up, huh?
You feel a cold sensation out.
Oh.
Oh boy.
A little bit. Is at the end of your turn, Craig.
I'm just gonna ask him: Are you still committed to this, or do you just want to tell us where Floon is?
Make another persuasion check at disadvantage. The more you fail, the DC's getting higher. And it's just been, yeah. Still a chance, but it's gonna have to be really high. What did you roll? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's just... He would rather die at this point than give you any information. He doesn't care.
I
Damn.
can be ranged.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. Miki, your turn.
I'll just attack
Ste-
him with my
Stella's kind of looking at you with
yeah.
kind of like she's hungry.
Okay,
no.
Stella. Oh, Stella, you're okay. I mean, I'm having a little conflict of inside here, so Stella, just give
She's
me a
looking
minute.
thirsty right now. Like she wants.
Stella, just give me a second, please. Just,
Not the
just,
carnivorous rats.
I'm gonna teach you that we're not going to eat people anymore. We're going to eat cheese and fruit.
You hear
Or else-
just like
I need more.
you hear her whining next to your ear, like she
Yeah.
really wants to.
Okay.
Really
I
badly.
Release the
get it,
baby.
Stella. I get it, Stella. I get it. We'll talk. Let me just take care of this guy real quick.
She looks really disappointed.
I know. I'm so sorry. Here, I know this isn't good enough, but here, have a little piece of bread to tide you over.
She takes it.
Okay, thank you.
And
Okay,
still kind
good girl.
She kind of looks. You see, it kind of looks at Zemk and eats the bread while she does that,
Lovely.
without blinking.
Cool.
Psycho rats.
Uh,
What have you gotten yourself into, Miki?
I don't know.
Yeah, Craig. Yeah. All right. So what are you gonna do, Miki?
I'm going to I'm just gonna hit him with my my light hammer since
Okay.
I'm so
Yeah.
close to him.
Go for it.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
It's not even worth it. He's
Just
almost
res-
dead.
Just roll. Of course, it's worth it. Roll damage.
No.
Yes, of course it is.
Okay.
This is a good moment. Nothing like a killing blow with a light hammer.
Uh,
This is giving me misery vibes.
Tiny light hammer.
Mhm.
Where's my pyramid? There's a pyramid. So 2.
Two,
Plus 2
double
is
that.
4.
Get 4 plus your bonus that you have.
I don't know what my
So
bonus is.
I know I'm not gonna give it
Okay,
to
you didn't tell me. Okay, that's fine.
But how do you want to do this? How do you want to
Um,
go with this kill?
I'm pretty much thinking kind of doing this like little jump and just like smacking him in the head,
Sure.
like crushing his skull,
Mhm.
brain matter going everywhere. It's kind of
Oh yeah.
kind of aggressive and angry.
Yeah.
Cause
Kind of feels good.
it felt pretty good, and Miki kind of felt this anger come over him, and because he was done with the situation. So
Damn.
And there's a little bit of anger in there too. Like the people that don't like your drinks, you feel like they don't appreciate you
yeah.
as much.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is kind of an outlet to be like, that one person that wanted that ale and didn't really appreciate how much work I put into my flaming fuego. One of your drinks that you try to
Yeah.
do. It pissed you off, and almost blacking out, you crack the back of the skull, and it's an open cavity. Stella leaps off your shoulder
Oh no.
and starts almost burrowing
Oh.
and feasting into the back
Okay.
of the brain.
Oh boy.
And none of the other rats are hungry and wanting to do this. Just
Not Stella's the one that's most, I don't know, assertive with this.
Oh,
Seems like she's fending for her own food. So,
Okay, Ximina.
this combat's over, but the way I want to end this, I want to get to Justin right now.
okay.
I think for purposes, we're just going to have everyone here, but let's just be metagaming right now, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I don't
Or
mind.
did you? Okay. So, Ximina, when pretty much before the battle started, you managed to sneak off from the rest of the party because you wanted to finish something.
Mhm.
You wanted to finish someone.
Sure did.
Someone that totally was been on your mind that you just wanted to make their life hell.
Sure did.
You go back to that goblin. And I'll move you here. Still sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling right now? Like, what's your intent right now?
I have my cantrip Primal Savagery ready as I walk around the corner,
Okay.
and I'm just dragging my claws across the wall as I get closer to the goblin.
Yes. That necklace is glowing too, and it feels so warm.
And I just
and
almost
satisfying.
it's not quite a moan, more like a purring vibration, like very like coming from like my entire body as I get closer and closer to the goblin before I crouch down in front of it with my nails pointed downward in the ground. I'm almost like very, very aggressively like hunched over right in its face.
So
and I want to stare for like just a second.
So your eyes almost become as primal, pretty much almost cat-like with your long, sharp teeth. Even just like a little bit of drool, just coming down, just close to this sleeping goblin's face, totally oblivious to this. Your claws out and curved like it can latch on something easily.
Okay.
And not let go. You flash back to the tavern and you hear again, "Hey, Toots! I know what I want. I know I needed something." Pours out the glass. "I just wanted to see you walk and get that for me." Those words, that sick smile. People need to get what's coming to them.
Definitely.
In a certain way. What do you do?
I want to take my right claw and just kind of stick it up into the goblin's under his jaw and poke upward just to get his attention from slumber.
Sure.
And just as his eyelids flutter over, I want her to say, "Now I'm gonna get what I want," as she brings her left claw down as he wakens to take him out.
You get underneath. You have a good hook on his jaw, and you actually feel like his jawbone in there, and you can clench onto that, like you're grappling a handlebar. Like you feel it in there, and it looks up at you, and his eyes are a little red now, and looks at you, goes, "You," and get your claw. And then what was the line you said again?
"No, I want to get what I want."
Twice. You tear his face in one fell swoop as your claws dig into his already scarred skin. And you feel it like you're pulling saran wrap. And just easily just tearing that with ease. He's alive for a brief moment as you hold that part of his face and show him. And slowly he breathes, and excruciating pain yells. And then silence. And that's where we're going to roll out of...
Yeah.
If you want to say one last thing, that's fine, but...
Yeah,
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we're going to roll out today's episode. I'm sure my other players are like, what the hell is happening? But yeah, definitely some sensitive stuff and a lot of things revealed. Thank you again for the cooperation with the connection problems. At least I'm happy it was good for the rest of the stream. That's good.
For the rest of the stream, we got it.
Yeah, it was
so.
no problems after that, so that's good.
So, again, feel free to please follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, just to keep this going. We really love doing this. Hope you guys had a good episode. And again, this was Roll or
Roleplay! Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Tyler and Mel.